All the time you couldn't hear me. I've been laughing at y'all. That's the universe telling me to get my act right, JP. I'll be right back, y'all. Black love is the scaffolding between power and understanding, the freedom in knowing the gravitational call to the stars, the refinement necessary to keep them from colliding, the knowledge that our story isn't precautionary tales or careless whispers. Your systems will be measured, their void put on display. We are the color born of a galaxy in darkness, black excellence, the fourth element, the fourth element. Just by those two little, y'all don't understand.
That's so rouse your religion. T-Wise, T&W.
I'm black, y'all.
Rap for my people, die for my people. Rap for my people, die for my people, yeah. Rap for my people, die for my people. Rap for my GG, die for my people, yeah. Die for my people, yeah. Rap for my GG, yeah. Rap for my people, yeah. Rap for my people, yeah. Die for my GG, yeah. Die for my GG, yeah. Rap for my people, yeah.
All right, so I'm just editing things in the background. Let me pause the song. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the Baller X clip if necessary, but first I just wanna I really don't want it to be that serious. I don't want folks to get upset. I don't want it to be taken for anything deep. Like the title's not even meant to be that deep. Seriously, it's just uh comedy to me. So what I'm gonna do here for starters is put this on there. And this is on purpose. So thank you to everyone who may be joining this conversation. And if you have to catch it and leave a comment afterwards, I do apologize a little bit, yet I'm not interested in some of the nonsense and harassment, foolery type things. So yeah. So to start a poll, let's see. Have you ever been I'm gonna use the full short though. BDSM lifestyle. There's a book I'm gonna also try to find the name of and put it in the chat at some point. Um, and then one more question: why did you think this space was talking about submission for the last 2 years? Or I'm going to put few years to be fair. Um, like in my personal um, awareness, recognition, it's like y'all couldn't see that constant conversations about submission and men trying to was stemming from somewhere other than just this idea that they don't like that people don't like the patriarchy. There was more to it. You didn't recognize it in the way that the Jessica X and this other young lady, what's her name? I think Mona. For the young ladies from across the pond, they do an excellent job of dominating the men in this space, and the men in this space like it. That's the lifestyle on full display. That's it. Without any actual sex taking place, without a sexual exchange taking place. That is what it is. Coming into wanting specifically for a woman or a person to speak down to you in that, to dominate you in a way. I don't want to say speak down to you because that's a very, what you're also witnessing in this space is a perversion of the lifestyle. And so yeah, it was just so it was because I believe that particular section of YouTube is is meant to be a mind fuck, so to speak. This was like the all of it, like just looking at it, this particular clip was like witnessing the mind fuck of coonery over the last year or two that I've been talking about anyway, and it's just like, wow, could this train wreck have ever been stopped? Um, Ironically, there were several times last night that it could have been slowed down some. It would have had to do with how the people in the space responded to so-called Mountain Chad, because so-called Mountain Chad would have been considered a dom in the space, right? He's a taller, fetishized Caucasian male. Um, but if you truly understand, anyway, never mind. Well, I guess that's the whole point of this stream, so I guess I can't just say never mind. Anyway, I'm not really trying to get into it just like that. Just right now, I'm also doing the thing I'm supposed to do, which is like medicate for today. So, how's your spirit? What you got going on? What do you know about discipline? It is doing discipline different December, and so it makes a great opportunity to go ahead and have this conversation. As this is just me, and ain't nobody in the chat, and ain't nobody up here, I can talk about it the way that I want to, which means that I can divulge as much or as little. Even if someone were here, that would be the case, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Time to medicate. I am doing the strain that I did last night, but I did not do this here. So I'm going to edit it, and it is JP. What's the name of that strain? Oh, it's right here. Ta-da! Oh, Gastropop. Yo, y'all, fantastic strain. Okay, Gastropop. And it is 22% THC. Yeah, so anywho, my bad. So it's fantastic. It is considered an indica dominant in this case, according to when I ordered it, at least. Um, and it's rather giggly, happy kind of strain. Almost is up there when I did the Sour Sage live demo on Facebook. Anyway, you can see I'm already smiling and happy, and I've only had like one or two hits talking on the phone. Ironically, as I said earlier today, I didn't know how things were going to go. My goal was to get my phone turned on. Just as I was doing that, my phone turned off. I took that as a sign from the creator, so I got a backup, like one of those little text service things for now. But I recognize that this gives me an opportunity to go ahead and transfer everything into the business name and separate my personal and professional at this point. Um, 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 I'm at the space where, with some like assistance, someone to do the um, to relay some things for me, I can go ahead and begin to get those things done, and move the metric for myself. So that's fantastic. It's nice to be able to put some things, to set goals and put things into place in that way. God dang it, this little onesie is warm right now, and I think it's because the can of butter is kicking in. Try to remember that, you guys, no matter how you're consuming the concentrate, whether it's in cartridge form, whether it's in uh, uh, butter or whatever it is, it's going to give you kind of the same effects of the It's going to give you the effects of kind of like niacin. It's going to warm you and make you feel flush a little bit. It shouldn't last too long. It may even push a little bit into the nausea space. It shouldn't yet, especially if it's like your first time medicating or you're trying to combat something else. It may push it just a little bit. So just be careful, be mindful. If you get into that situation, use some CBD. It will tone down some of the things that you're not trying to experience. Also, if it's something where you can eat, try to eat something that's got protein in it. Having to process that protein will slow down. Will like slow down the high or counteract the high, so to speak. So there's that. So, but man, I suppose that this conversation is inevitable because you've got the whole story of the Balenciaga and the discipline bears out there. It's the last time I'm going to say that. If I say it again, someone drop down from anywhere and just right in my forehead because that is out of pocket. So anyway, um, I say all that to say it's no surprise that you would somewhere see them discussing um, what that lifestyle is, because this is a space to bring awareness to a lot of things. Shout out to Army Vet, Ivana, and a couple other folks who've been wanting me to talk about what I called, I think, the untouchables um, more. And because I want to also say that they're usually the most faithful people. And I also would like to separate them from the alphabet game. Because, in my opinion, no, I don't want to say that. In truth, the alphabet gang was always the FBI, the CIA, all them letters. Now you want to add in the LGBTQIA plus community? Okay, I hear you. Yeah, why? Because you don't understand. Because it's an easier villain to put a name to or push a narrative about. There are a lot of people who are just trying to figure out the things that they weren't taught through the years about their own sexuality, their own um, place in, for lack of a better word, a sexual society. Because America is becoming that more and more. We weren't that way um, through the 80s. And then you get, it doesn't start here, but I don't know why all the women who independent. Who's that? Destiny's Child? Yeah. Oh gosh, okay. I need to go. Nope, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna deal with it. I live in the desert, and I'm gonna be here for another year to learn how to adjust accordingly. Okay, try to remember the name of this book really quickly. I've got to remember the name of that book, and I can't at this moment. But I'm going to, because I want you to be able to check it out. It's got great information. Um, do you know what BDSM means, by the way? Out of curiosity. I don't, I'm not sure if YouTube has any like guidelines on something asked like that. So I'm just going to not push the marker and say it too many times. But yeah. And I will use that acronym versus the long term. I'm looking. Come on. And this is actually just one section in this book on alternative. If I can't find it here in this little quick scroll, then what I will do is I will find it later and I will put the is it ISBN in the description so that if you want to, or I'll put it in the Facebook group as well, so that should you want to, you can read it. It's actually a fascinating read because it's a lot of people's stories, their journeys. But to be honest, that's how we learned a lot about sex in America. Is through book learning and experimentation. The 70s did a lot of that. The revolution, freedom, all that jazz. It really did do more than just like bra burning and certain narratives. It changed the way that we move in society. And I believe that we're witnessing that again. Like, it, it, there's a young gentleman out there who talks, who's like, oh, it's all mysticism and this, that, and the third when you speak about the age of Aquarius and whatnot. And yet, yes and no, right? We know that throughout history, time has changed. Like, I mean, we've gone through these transitions: the industrial age, the enlightened age, the bronze age. So the idea that we went through the age of Aquarius and now we're on to the next thing, that's not unfathomable. It's well within the realm of possibility because that's the circle of life. And as we move through this circle of life, we have the climates are going to change. The what is excuse me. Hey Ivana baby, how's your spirit? Thank you for joining. Um the oh dang it. The circle of life is changing as we know it, in that for the longest time, excuse me, it was really considered a apologies. Dang, that little coughing spell got me for a second there. Survival of the fittest meant who could dominate physically. My spirit is absolutely awesome, Ivana. Child, I don't know if you be watching Fight Club. Like the title is because I want to talk about this clip that Vala X put together of so-called Mountain Chad being on Fight Club. I think it was last night. I saw it today, and I was just gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked at the level of child woosah woo 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 woo. And I'm not trying to, you know how it is around, I try to just, it's commentary. I'm just trying to just talking about what it is that I witnessed. People be getting in their feels and shit, and so I'm easing into it. Plus, I got to medicate. But anyway, um, I was just saying we're at a point now where what Kevin Samuel was talking about, rest in peace to the gentleman, um, that men created this world, so on and so forth. This is true. Yet times are changing. Um, and these days there are a lot of oh, they're gonna be mad at this one. Where he at? What that man name is? Hey, Razik, you wanna be mad at me? Come on, drop down out the sky and be mad at me. Never mind, you ain't gonna do that. You probably went ahead and deleted your was that petty? See, I'm feeling a little bit messy. Hey, Ivana, me, bro, I watch some things. I watch for the politics of it now. It's like, child, I'm gonna make me a drink, Ivana. I got me some cherry Pepsi and some whiskey and some cherry juice. I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna boost this cannabis experience right here. And if you want to, we'll get into that clip, or we'll just talk about the title, which is it's not that serious, y'all. Like it's just that the ability to communicate desires versus just getting to the nitty gritty of desires. I'll be back up. Okay, wait. I can't leave that playing just a kid. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Okay. No. I. Oh shoot. Okay. That's funny. I stopped it right at 2:22. It's hilarious. Okay. I didn't even taste this before I came over here, y'all. It could be really bad. Okay. It's tasty. So again, it's cherry juice, cherry Pepsi, and whiskey. Cherry juice to help with the anti-inflammatory thingies, and antioxidants. That color will help you understand that part. And then the whiskey kind of helps push it through the bloodstream. along with the weed. We're gonna get medicated. I'm gonna be giggly happy, and eventually I won't be able to feel whew, the bone pain. And if we really do it right, I won't be able to feel the skin pain either. Uh, nope, I don't always feel this way. There's a certain level of humidity in the air that triggers these things. One of the reasons that I understand the lifestyle and the way that people talk about a little bit of pleasure with your pain is because I live with a chronic pain condition known as fibromyalgia. It's actually one of the few blessings in having fibromyalgia is there's a different a physical experience that happens as a result when you have what they call um, is it la petite mort, when you die a little death or you have an orgasm. That's the French terminology for it, the understanding. um, how do I know all these things? I studied all these things. I wanted to be happily married, and a happily married Muslima at that. And if you don't think that that's part of understanding, we all need to read the Shahrazad Ali's books, not just quote the talking points that you stole from somebody else. You need to understand what it is you're actually talking about. You need to understand what it is to do more than just physically satisfy your partner, to engage your partner. And you don't put it into practice with everybody. You understand the thing for what it is in that way. Whew. Like, let's see. Thank you to those of you who hit the poll. Yeah, apologies, sort of, to those of you who can't comment. You have to have been subscribed to the channel for more than 30 days. And I think that that's fair considering that I've been on YouTube for 2 years or almost 2 years or whatever it is. Um, because I don't want to be bombarded with the bullshit. I think it's a pretty fair damn trade if